We start?
Okay, are we ready to go? Yep, all righty. Thank you everyone for coming today. My name is David Kilmnick. I'm president and CEO of the LGBT Network. The LGBT Network is a 26-year-old nonprofit organization that I started when I was a student at one of our great SUNY schools at SUNY Stony Brook. And it's come a long way in 26 years to provide a wide range of education, health and human services, and advocacy for LGBTQ folks and families living all across Long Island, Queens, and now across all 5 boroughs as well. So thank you for being here today. We are joined by so many friends and allies and supporters today. Let me introduce some of our great legislators who are here with us at this press conference, and then we'll talk about what we're launching and hear from our bill sponsors as well. We have one of the bill sponsors, New York State Senator Brad Hoylman. We have the other.
Please hold your applause.
We have Assembly Bill sponsor Rebecca Seawright.
Woo!
We have Assembly Member Catalina Cruz. We have Assembly Member Tony Durso. Assembly Member Andrew Hevesy. Assembly Member Judy Griffin. Assembly Member and good friend Charles Chuck Levine. Assembly Member Salagis. And Assembly Member Bronson. It's amazing that we have, in our community, the LGBT community of New York State, is so lucky and fortunate to have leaders that are all joining us here today. They have been out on the forefront supporting our community year after year, decade after decade, and this is just an amazing day, as today what we're doing is we're launching Teach LGBT NY. And Teach LGBT NY is a statewide initiative supporting the passage of Assembly Bill 4744 and Senate Bill 1478, legislation filed by Assemblywoman Rebecca Seawright and Senator Brad Hoylman. Now this legislation would require the inclusion of LGBTQ history in our curriculum. It would also cover the struggle and successes of the LGBTQ civil rights movement and the accomplishments and contributions of LGBTQ people in the New York State educational curriculum. It is such an important bill. Now, when looking at some of these LGBTQ people who would be featured in this curriculum, and we have some of them standing up here with us who really deserve that when the history books do come out talking about the modern movement. But we don't have to look too far about who would be included. New York State has been leading the way for decades in creating LGBT history, both here in New York and across our country and across the world. And so some of those folks who are rooted right here in New York State include Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk, who was born and grew up in Long Island, New York, and got his fame from moving to San Francisco, where he became a city councilman and sadly was assassinated while in San Francisco. Marsha P. Johnson, one of the main voices and leaders of the gay liberation movement and force behind Stonewall. Edie Windsor, also a modern-day hero, who Rebecca and I all know her very well, who led the charge at the Supreme Court of the United States to ensure that marriage equality was afforded to all Americans. And Sylvia Rivera, a leading transgender voice, advocate, and powerful force behind the LGBT civil rights movement. Just these 4 individuals, and there's more, are rooted right here in New York State. And it's about time that New York, all of New York students, are learning about these great heroes and the movements that they led and that we all have been a part of. 5 other states have already passed similar legislation. New Jersey, California, Oregon, Illinois, and Colorado. There are 2 that are pending right now in Maryland and Delaware. And because of the leadership that we have standing with us here today, New York will either become the 6th or the 8th state, depending on when we do this, and it's an exciting day. So let me just talk a little bit about why this is important and how we're going to do it. A lot of people ask, why do we need to teach about LGBT history? According to the Center for Disease Control, LGBT youth are almost 5 times as likely to have attempted suicide compared to heterosexual youth. 59.5%, or nearly 60% of LGBTQ students felt unsafe at school because of their sexual orientation. 35%, that's over a third of LGBTQ students, missed at least one entire day of school in the past month because they felt unsafe or uncomfortable. Only 20% of LGBT students were taught positive representations about LGBT people history or events in their schools, while the same amount, 19%, have been taught negative content about LGBT topics in schools. That the data and the math do not lie. They tell us that something needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed now. And that's what the bill proposed by Assemblywoman Seawright and Senator Hoylman will do. It will change the lives and the trajectory of so many folks, so many of our young LGBT people. Now, awareness of the LGBT community and history, the curriculum itself, will ensure that LGBTQ and all students learn about and see the contributions of other LGBTQ individuals in society and American history. To understand, so that our young kids can understand that they equally belong and have a place in our schools and society. Think about that. That so many of our kids are going to school, they're leaving school because they don't feel safe. They're dropping out, they're contemplating suicide because they're not learning anything about themselves or about the rich history that so many people have contributed to. And that's what this bill will help with. It's also an inclusive curriculum that will not only teach about an accurate version of history, but promote and support admiration of the LGBT community. It will also have a direct impact on student performance, well-being, and safety, and it will reduce the harassment, bullying that our young LGBTQ students face, and will save lives. Let me just talk for a second before I let Assemblywoman Seawright up about how we're going to do it, right? Because this isn't going to be something perhaps that everybody gets on board right away. When we talk about LGBT history, but just look who's here. I mean, I think we're pretty far along. So we're launching today a statewide initiative called Teach LGBT NY. Today we launched this campaign and movement to build support ambassadors and allies from every corner of New York State. By the end of this month, by the end of March, we will have over 1,000 Teach LGBT NY ambassadors on the ground from Western New York, from Finger Lakes, from Southern Tier, from Central New York, from North County, from Mohawk Valley, Capital District, Hudson Valley, and of course New York City and Long Island. These ambassadors will rally local communities. They will get their senators and assembly members to sign on and support the LGBT history curriculum. They will host community forums and house parties. This will be a movement across New York that will grow rapidly, and this flow of support and movement will grow into the thousands in the next few months that will help to get this. And we're not stopping there. You know, it's one thing for a bill to be passed, it's another thing for it to be implemented. So immediately, beginning today, we are assembling a team of educators across the state from different SUNY campuses, CUNY campuses, other universities, high schools, that we will work together in every part of New York State to start to work on the LGBT history curriculum. And, you know, New York has led the way in many areas of social justice and equality. You know, with Senator Hoylman, with Assemblywoman Seawright, and all of our assembly members here with us today, that tradition continues by moving this bill forward. Together, we will make sure that every single student in New York is learning about the political, social, and cultural contributions of LGBTQ people, and every single young person in our great state will feel that they belong. And so it's now my pleasure to bring up the Assemblywoman Rebecca Seawright, who is spearheading the bill in the Assembly.
Good afternoon, and thank you, David. I also want to thank Senator Hoylman and all the advocates and my colleagues and many co-sponsors of this legislation. We know that less than 20% of students are taught about the LGBTQ movement in a positive way. I am sponsoring the Teach LGBT New York Bill to bring light to the stories yet state. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblymember Seawright, not only for this bill, but for always being out front for the LGBT community. It means a tremendous amount. And next, I'd like to bring up the Senate sponsor of the bill, Senator Brad Hoylman. Thank you very much. Thank you.
First, it's so great to see so many colleagues from the Assembly here. It's really inspiring to know your support for this bill, and I wanted to thank the Assembly sponsor in particular, Assemblywoman Seawright, for all your hard work in getting this bill introduced. And of course, my fellow LGBTQ caucus member, Eric Bronson. I'm a member of the Senate LGBTQ caucus, but there's only one of us. You have some friends in your conference, but we're gonna expand it hopefully come November. I'm State Senator Brad Hoylman. I represent Chelsea, Hell's Kitchen, and Greenwich Village in New York City, some of the gayest parts of Manhattan, I'm proud to say. And that's precisely the point, I think, with this legislation, because not every kid lives a few blocks, as my two daughters do, from Stonewall. Not every kid can walk down into the village and look at the building where Edie Windsor lived. By the way, she lived in the same building as Ed Koch, Bella Abza, and Larry Kramer. Can you imagine getting into an elevator with all those personalities? That would be intense. But the point is that we need to share this incredibly rich New York, national, and international history with our young people. The reason being is that we've seen 59% of LGBTQ students reporting that they feel unsafe in their school because of their sexual orientation. 44% feel unsafe because of their gender expression. Nearly 20% of LGBTQ students were prohibited, look at this, were prohibited from discussing or writing about LGBTQ topics in the classroom or school extracurricular activities. Now, my belief is that once we introduce this important curriculum, David, LGBTQ students are going to feel safer. In schools with an LGBTQ curriculum, 42% of students felt safer. In schools without an LGBTQ curriculum, 63% of students felt unsafe. So the facts show that if you have an LGBTQ curriculum, the kids are going to understand their history, their identity, and understand the importance of our community to national and state history. Look, at the national level, we've seen an incredible pushback on LGBTQ rights, notwithstanding everything we're doing here in the state of New York to support our community. After Donald Trump was elected, the FBI announced that hate crimes against the LGBTQ community were on the rise. In 2019 alone, the number of bias-motivated attacks against gay men has increased by 7%. The number of anti-transgender hate crimes has risen by nearly 34%. In schools, there have been more than 300 Trump-inspired bullying incidents targeting vulnerable groups like LGBTQ youth. And it's true, we have so many New Yorkers who should be part of this curriculum, David. I want to thank you for your leadership. But let me add that there are two who serve in this House alone. In the State Assembly, we have the first openly LGBTQ person elected to the New York State Assembly or the New York State Legislature, Deborah Glick. Let's give a round of applause to Deborah Glick. And the first openly gay man and author of the Marriage Equality Act, Senator Danny O'Donnell as well. Rebecca and the network for pushing this forward. We can make a difference in young people's lives if we introduce them to the fact that we are a diverse and tolerant society. That should be the purpose of our civics education. We need queer people to be part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Hoylman. So as you've heard, this curriculum bill is extremely important. It is vital to save lives. It is real important to bring equity and equality to our history books and the lessons that folks learn about about the different social movements, social justice movements, civil rights movements, and it's important that our young people see LGBTQ people that have contributed so much to our rich history. So many of those are New Yorkers, and it will help to reduce some of the harassment and bullying that we're seeing in schools. It will help to save lives, and really all the stuff that we have here in New York, when I say stuff, meaning the great legislation that we have that protects us, that protects our families, is because of all the folks that are standing here. And so you really all deserve a big applause, and that everything that you have done in the Assembly and Senate needs to be part of those history books as well. So if there are any questions, we can take questions.
Well, thank you, Rebecca and Bradford, bringing this legislation forward. When we were, long before we thought about marriage equality, we were fighting for domestic partnership benefits for same-sex partners. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine who's no longer with us, Russell. Don't do it. Don't assimilate. If you do it, we're going to lose our culture. We're going to lose who we are. I disagree with her and fought for marriage equality. But this bill, what it really will do, it will teach our young people, both our straight allies as well as our LGBT young people, it will teach them our culture. It will teach them our history. It will let them know the strength in the shoulders that we stand on. It will let them know that they can be their authentic selves, and many people before them were their authentic selves. And in that we find strength. In our diversity, we have strength, and we build a better community by doing that. So thank you, Senator Hoylman and Assemblymember Seawright, for doing this, not only for our community,